Hey guys, Sophia here with Turquoise Toffee, and I'm back with another video. Today we're talking about the 2024 Olympia Women's Physique results. Holy, this was amazing. The battle between Sarah and Natalia was as good as we all could have hoped for. It was unreal. These women are all amazing, but my gosh, what a win for Sarah. And in terms of next year's Olympia, they've announced the rules, so this year's top 3 will qualify, and then the winner of any open division contest within the qualification period throughout the year will also qualify. So our top 3 get their invite. As far as my predictions are concerned, I think I did pretty darn well. I had the full top 4 and Sheronica, my wild card, made it into the top 5. So that was pretty awesome. I loved reading all your comments, and there's still another division to go. So make sure you check out my predictions and keep commenting. Now let's look at the scorecard. We've got Sarah in first, Natalia in second, Sheronica in third, Barbara in fourth, and Zama in fifth. And it was a clear win for Sarah, 5 points, and then 10 for Natalia. Very close, though, between Sheronica and Barbara. Just 1 point between them. But at the end of the day, it's Sarah for yet another Miss Olympia title. Amazing. All right, so let's begin with Zama in 5th place. She looked beautiful. I love the color of her suit. I love that her hair is up off the shoulders, gets such a great view of her traps, her delts. Beautiful definition in her upper body. I'm loving the shoulders. All these lines look amazing. Great abs, really nice small waistline. And what's so impressive on Zama is her legs. I always love her giant quad sweeps. She's got so much roundness. It's just a really great, full, curvy shape. Amazing size into the glutes. I think she's got some nice definition surrounding the outline of the glutes, and man, that quad sweep from behind looks awesome. It's just curve everywhere. I do wish that she could have been a tiny bit leaner. Oh, I hate to say it because she looks amazing, but I feel like the back could have had a little bit more smoothness and a tiny bit more detail, particularly in this lower part here. Maybe a little bit more striations coming through. Just a tiny bit. But her balance is lovely. She's got great lats, beautiful posing, and she's just gorgeous. I love the roundness, and the legs stand out to me for sure. All right, next in 4th was Barbara. Beautiful suit, beautiful makeup. I love the purple nails to coordinate. And what really struck me with Barbara was just her demeanor. She was so smooth, really confident, really flowy. The posing was interesting. It's like she's doing this really cool dance on stage. She's such a pro, very beautiful to watch. Her muscles look amazing. The conditioning is fantastic in those legs. A lot of detail in the quads. The teardrops are so perfectly outlined. Lovely lines coming all the way up. Nice ab definition. Fabulous lat spread. Check out the biceps, so beautifully outlined. She looks amazing. She's got tremendous size in her glutes. It's really outstanding. A lot of mass, well outlined. I almost feel, though, that she could have more size in the legs to really match the glutes. If she could get a bit more sweep into this quad, a bit more curve into the inner thigh, I think even in the back pose you could see that a little bit more size to really match those tremendous glutes would be awesome. The conditioning, though, down into the hamstrings looks incredible. In the side pose, the detail in her hip, her triceps look awesome. Great line down her quad. It's just really gorgeous. Her conditioning looks really nice in the upper body and the upper back. I think you're seeing some great outlining, really deep. Though I do wish there was a little bit more smoothness down into this very lowest part where her tiny waistline is showing. Just a little bit more of that really lean look I would have loved. But I think she did amazing. A 4th place is incredible in this extremely stacked lineup, and she looks beautiful. Next and third is Sheronica. This makes me so happy. I think she looks incredible. Her waistline is so tiny. When she is standing like facing the front, there's like nothing there. There's no width in her stomach at all. Great ab definition, a tremendous width into her upper body. The V taper is just incredible. Beautiful definition into the arms. I love all of these grooves and deep shadows you're seeing. It's incredible. She's got great size, lovely leanness, gorgeous overall silhouette. Tremendous size into the legs. I think you're seeing a lot of detail as well. This pose here, my gosh, the grooves in her hips, the outlining, all the striations across her upper body. It's amazing. And she's still so pretty and feminine with the beautiful hair and the pink suit and the makeup and the jewelry and the earrings match, the nail polish. I think she's just so pretty. In the back pose, my gosh, her glutes are so lean. She's got great size into the legs. I wouldn't mind if she had a little bit more size in the glutes, a tiny bit. I think she's got a really fantastic V shape, and I wouldn't mind if there was just a little bit more to really balance out the upper body. The other thing I noticed, especially compared in the lineup with the other girls, she's a lot more fabric in her suit bottoms. I feel like she could have a lower V shape here and really show off that flat midsection that she has. And even in the back pose, I feel like this could be cut a little bit thinner and narrower so that we see more of the skin of the glute and more of the curve. I don't know that she needs this much fabric covering, and she could have a cut that's more flattering to a curvier shape. That's my only suggestion. Change the suit bottoms a little bit. Maybe get a little bit more size in those glutes, but her conditioning was great. Her waistline is so eye-catching. Posing was fabulous, and I just love her style. So pretty. Okay, next in second place is Natalia. Oh my gosh. When she walks on the stage, she has such a presence. She's so confident. Her posing is beautiful. She moves so well, and the muscles are just highlighted while she's posing. I think her gloss is great, all the sheen on the quads, beautiful highlighting on the delts in the back pose, and crazy detail. This quad in the back, my gosh, the definition coming through is nuts. The hamstrings are completely outlined. She is so lean. It is just crazy. Tiny waistline, beautiful ab definition, and I think she has a gorgeous silhouette. The curviness of her lats really catches my eye. I think she's got a really, really lovely shape in the upper body especially, and I like that the quads have a nice curve as well. So your eye just travels over her silhouette so easily. It's very beautiful. When you look at her on her own, you think this is like perfection, but when she's next to Sarah, that's when I notice the size difference. And I feel that Natalia could have more size, especially in the legs. She could have a higher quad sweep. She could have more of this dip into the inner thigh. In the back pose, I feel like she needs a little bit more of that fullness and just really big curvy shape. I find her so lean, so detailed, but I would love to see a little bit more size. Again, she's so beautiful, but on her own. But when you put her next to Sarah, and Sarah has so much size, particularly in the legs, Natalia almost looks small in comparison. So let's get to the lineup in a second. All right, now here's Sarah. My gosh, she did it again, and she is just on another level. Her conditioning is so good that pose that she does when she's on the ground on her knee, the lines in her legs, you can't take your eyes off of her. She's mesmerizing. The conditioning, the detail, the fullness. She's still round and curvy and so full in those muscles, in the shapes, and yet they're so outlined and see-through, essentially. It's unreal. I feel like her glutes are carved out of stone. The shape is so clear. It's so easy to see that outline. The definition is unbelievable. But the size is there as well. She's got such an amazing curve to the inside of the leg, the outside of the leg. The top of the glutes are really rounded. Her waist is tiny. The skin is so smooth. There's no wrinkles. There's no bulges. It's just lean and detailed and yet full, right? Really 3D, really popping, great curvy shapes. I'm just awestruck by her. I think she really stood out in the lineup. Okay, so here's the lineup photo. The top 4 here were really a clear photo, and then I'm sorry that the Zama photo is not quite as clear, but I added her in to the lineup so you can see everyone side by side. And like Sarah's legs, are you kidding me? Literally on another level compared to everyone else. There is so much size, so much curve, and yet still so much definition. This is what I mean about Natalia looking almost small in comparison to Sarah. Sarah is just such a dominating presence. Big lats, huge legs. Now Natalia, though, looks gorgeous. Her waistline is so small, so beautifully detailed in the abs, a really nice curvy shape. I really adore her lat spread. I think she's got a really gorgeous roundness and fullness in the upper body that looks so good with that tiny waistline. Barbara, her definition in the legs stands out to me. She's not as tiny in the waist as Natalia, but she has a beautiful, very wide, well-developed upper body, so it's still a gorgeous triangular shape. Sheronica, amazing, narrow waistline, great size into the legs. I'm loving this quad sweep. Beautiful V-taper, but here's where I think you notice a little bit more fabric in her suit bottoms, like compare her to Natalia, for example. There's just a lot of that pink, and you'll see it in the back pose even more. Zama, great quad sweep. I'm loving the size, the curves, that nice definition, but I think, your eye is drawn to Sarah. She's so tall. She's such a streamlined, beautiful silhouette. And those legs, my gosh, you can't take your eyes off of them. And then in the back pose, wow, Sarah's conditioning, but also Natalia's conditioning. These lines in the quad and the hamstring are nuts. But Sarah, the glutes are so big and so beautifully outlined. Here's where I think Natalia could definitely have a bit more size. The legs, but also the glutes even, when you see just the balance on Sarah's frame. Barbara, her glutes are really large. Maybe she could get a little bit more leanness into the glutes themselves when you see how lean Natalia and Sarah are. Sheronica, my gosh, what a waistline. But here's where I, again, feel that she has too much fabric on the lower part of her suit. I think she could really try to flatter her shape more with a little bit of a different cut. Zama, beautiful. I love how 3D these muscles in her upper back are. Really nice curves into the legs. But I've said it before, it's all eyes on Sarah. The size in the legs, that glute being so well outlined, but yet still so big, and that gorgeous amount of fullness into the back. She's got such a tremendous X frame. The posing really highlights it. I think it was a great win for her. And of course, this puts Sarah, Natalia, and Sheronica on the list of qualified athletes for next year's Olympia. Now, I've got more recaps still to come. So it's a busy Olympia weekend. So make sure you subscribe, give me a like if you like this video, comment your thoughts below, and come find me. I'm on Instagram at Turquoise Toffee.